All right, hey ghosts and goblins, how y'all doing out there today? Good to see everybody showing up on this impromptu live stream. Didn't really have no plans on doing this, just scheduled it a couple hours beforehand. Just say, hey, it's Halloween, we do a little live stream, why not? But I didn't have to work today, and that was a blessing in disguise. But how's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? Well, it is Halloween, October 31st. Of course, a lot of people are going to be doing some lives later on today, which is a good thing. Just thought I'd jump up here and see what was going on, see how what everybody was doing. Looks like Wolf's Den is just waking up. He's going to have a live stream later on this afternoon or evening. Probably going to be around for that if I can possibly do it. And we'll see exactly what's going on. Looks like we got somebody we want to. Hello.
Hey.
We got a little echo.
Let's see. Thing gonna work?
You got YouTube on somewhere? I'm hearing myself echo. Hello? All right, well, try it again there, Wolf's Den. Well, can everybody hear me all right? Let me know that. Greg, Geo Bushcraft and Outdoors said, where's my white glove? I don't wear a white glove, buddy. Nope, not here. Just thought I'd throw that music in there because it is Thriller, and it is Halloween, right? The Huntsman, he says that he's busy but good. I'm glad to hear that. So everybody's hearing me all right. Everybody can see me good. Just going live here inside our home. Thanks very much, Huntsman. Thanks very much for that feedback. I'm glad you can hear me good. Wolf's Den Bushcraft and Survival. When are you going live? I believe he said last night it was going to be like 4:30 Central Time, which is, of course, 5:30 Eastern for all of us in the Eastern Time Zone. I believe Wolf's Den's from Texas. Hey, hold on just a second. I'll be right back. There I am. I'm back. All right, everybody can hear me. All right, let's get some chat going. Anybody got any questions? What's going on? Yeah, I didn't have to work today. Thought I did, but something got worked out to where I didn't. So, most of the time I'm working 5.5 days a week there at the True Value hardware store. And I'm a customer service rep there. And I sell hardware, lumber, and plumbing, and from PVC pipe to 2x4s. We got it all right there, but didn't have to work today, and am I thankful. Got a little wedding to go to later on this afternoon, so I hope to be able to catch Wolf's Den's live stream. So it'd be about 5:30 on my time. So hopefully I'll be around to catch that. I'd like to see what he's got going on. You want to try that? You want to try hopping back up here on the panel there, Wolves Den, or anybody else who would like to? 4:30 Central Time, Steve. 4:30 Central Time for Wolves Den Bushcraft and Survival. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing what this young man has in store for us. I've been on this journey for just a little over a year now, and things are looking good. This is actually going to be my third upload, whether it be a live or an edited video, the most I've had in a week's time. And I'll get that algorithm going. Hopefully, things are looking good. I'm getting plenty of views here in the last few videos I've had out there. Not nothing crazy, but not bad either. Yeah, 4:30 Central Time for Wolves Den Bushcraft and Survival. Looks like we got Gio O'Grego Day, Bushcraft and Outdoors. He's in the house. He's working, but he's listening. The Huntsman, my good buddy there, he's here. Wolves Den Bushcraft and Survival's here. Looks like that's all we got in here right now. Not sure if we got any more. I seen Big Joe. Big Joe's in the house somewhere. Where's he at? Big Joe Outdoors. He popped in there for a minute. Are you still around with us, Big Joe? But glad everybody was able to come in. Just an impromptu live stream, like I said, just seeing what we can do. Just thought I'd play that music there at the start. Not sure if how that worked out, if everybody enjoyed that or not, but most everybody's not Michael Jackson fans, but some people are, and we just threw that out there to see what was going on. Yeah, try it again there, Wolves Den. We'll have you on here. Anybody else? The link's there. I'll throw it back up again. Most people might be working or something, so it's no big deal. But if you're not, you'd like to try this out, then here it is. But like I said, I got a little wedding to go to later on. My wife, she works for a veterinary clinic, and one of her coworkers is getting married. And the actual the veterinarian clinic is called Animal Care Hospital, and the veterinarian is my father, my dad. He's a doctor, a veterinarian, and one of her coworkers is getting married today, and we're gonna go to that wedding sometime after 12. Looks like we got a Chris.
Hey guys,
Okay.
what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? There's some type of echo. You got YouTube
Yeah.
on somewhere?
What's up?
A lot of times when you get that echo on StreamYard, you have YouTube on somewhere, the YouTube actual platform, so you need to turn that off or mute that.
Okay, let me turn that off then. There we go.
Hey, Big Joe. Yeah, still there. I don't know why.
Echo's still there?
It is on my side. Every time I say something, I don't have it on anywhere.
Hang on, let me try going outside. Maybe that'll work. Hell, if I know.
Hey, it's still there.
Still there. All right.
Can anybody else hear that echo? I don't think you have to go outside, man.
Oh, shit. Hang on a minute. I'll be right back.
That's okay. Hello?
Well, Well, damn. I got a little bit of work to do right now. I'll see you guys later, I reckon. 4:30.
All right, man.
Damn.
All right. That young man had to go get some work done. That's all right. It's good to see a young man out there doing some work. A lot of times, these younger folks out there don't know what it's like to work. I myself, growing up here in the hills of eastern Kentucky, had my share of work growing up, and not just mowing grass. I had to plow gardens, hoe gardens, work in tobacco. Now, let me tell you something about tobacco. That was an all year long job right there. First, you start off by getting your bed ready. Your plants grow up. You got to pull them. Then you got to set them in your field. Then they grow up. Then you got to sucker them. Then they start turning. Then you got to cut the tobacco, let it dry out. Then you hang it up in a barn. Then later on, as it wilts down and dries out, it's what's called coming in case. When it rains and it gets damp and it gets pliable, the leaves, then you start stripping it off the stalk and baling it up and taking it to the warehouse to sell. That's the tobacco process right there. Corn-fed experiences in the house. Corn-fed experience. Glad you came by. Yeah, Steve. I believe I guess that was his problem. I got the mic on my laptop going to do the StreamYard thing, but I was just hearing the echo of my own voice. I wasn't hearing him echo. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. Turn off the mic, on the video if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't have YouTube on here nowhere at all. Not sure exactly what was going on there. But yeah, good morning to you, Corn-fed. Glad you stopped by. So, Huntsman, are you working right now? Are you on the job, at the day job? I'll definitely be there on your live stream. If nothing extraordinary happens, I always try to show up. I'll be there tonight for the Hunter's Moon event, the last installment for the month-long live streams or videos. But, I guess Wolf's Den had some work to do, so that was kind of impromptu, too. He was trying to hop on there. If anybody else would like to hop on, the link's right there in the chat. Just click the link, and I'll add you to the stream. How's Greg O'Day doing this morning? I ain't seen you post much there in the chat. I know you said you were working. If you're still listening, let us know how your day's going today. I know yesterday you were broke down. Kind of not liking that too much, I imagine. Corn-fed, he said it's good to see us, and he's trying to catch up. Hey, no problem. Corn-fed, if you'd like to. Huntsman said he's working on tonight's stream set. No problem with that. Yeah, looking forward to that live stream, as I always do. Really appreciate everything the Huntsman's done for me. A lot of advice and things like that. I just try to apply all those and try to get to where I'm going here. I'm not specific on what I want to do at this channel. Just like doing it, and see what things where they may fall, the chips may fall. But Greg said he's doing better today. Just pulled into the job site, got to get unloaded. Hey, man, all right. Get that freight unloaded or whatever it is you got there. Surely appreciate you stopping by, though, buddy. Me and Greg are in the works of trying to do a collaboration. He's planning, I guess, to head my way. Of course, where I live here, and it's just a one-lane holler road. And if anybody knows what a holler is, then you know what I'm talking about. And I'm surrounded by woods. I live right here, almost to the head of the holler, which is the very end. Huntsman says he's going to have some channel shout-outs tonight. Look there, my buddy Backwoods Barbarian. Hey, Frontier Survival just dropping in for a few minutes before heading out to cut firewood. Well, there you go, man. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. If nobody's seen the Backwoods Barbarian channel, go check that out. He's just started a series of a wilderness survival challenge. And his rule is if he wants to eat, he's got to hunt and harvest it. So if anybody doesn't have a Backwoods Barbarian, check him out. He's kind of like a hunting channel plus survival channel, and it's a great channel. He does a good job. That's there, Huntsman. If you'd like to check out him, maybe you'd see what he has to offer. And JV Outdoors is in the house. Good morning, Heath. Good morning to you, JV. The Huntsman said, howdy, JV Outdoors. And JV said, hey, Huntsman, back to him. Then hello to Greg. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just like fooling with this, the controls on this thing. But yeah, Backwoods Barbarian's got some firewood to cut here in a little while. And I've done a lot of that growing up. I don't really have use wood to heat with now unless I'm in the woods. But back in the day, had to burn a lot of firewood and a lot of coal. And of course, Kentucky's known for their coal. Thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words. Hey, JV. Hey, no problem, Backwoods. I appreciate what you're doing for me. He's going to help me out with the logo there. Hope you don't mind me saying that. But anyway, he does a good job. But got a few in the house here. Things are looking up. Yeah, JV, since you just tuned in, this was just kind of an impromptu live stream. I scheduled it for a couple hours early. I got up this morning. I didn't have to work, and I said, I'll try a live stream today since it's Halloween, and not sure exactly how it was going to turn out, but I got a few people in here, and that's great. Huntsman said, Backwoods Barbarian, I might be able to get you up to 400 subscribers tonight. Yeah, if that's something he would like for you to have him do, or for you to do, then so be it. Like I said, I've watched a few of his videos, and they're good. And he just started a series. And he's got a trailer up on the series too that kind of explain everything and what he's trying to do. And so there you have it. Backwoods says, no, I don't mind. I got a few ideas, some simple but good ones. Sometimes less is more with logos. Hey, yeah, that's what I agree with. Less is more. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate what you're doing for me there, and looking forward to seeing what you come up with. And I just figured, what I had there as far as my profile pic on YouTube is just a picture of me. Of course, the Huntsman says I look like Raymond Weddington, but I think that's how you say it, Raymond Weddington or Raymond Reddington, something like that. Okay. My buddy Tom Ritter's in the house. He said, boo. How you doing, Tom? I was just getting ready to speak about you, Tom. But yeah, Barbarian, Backwoods Barbarian, the Huntsman, he can shout you out there on his live stream tonight. And there might be some people on there that's not subscribed to you already, and things might look up for look good for you. Great channel there. Really appreciate what you do. And I'm on mark for almost 500 subscribers. I'm at 455 right now. So, me and you are, right there, close neck and neck. And, there's a lot of young channels out there that, myself included, that what am I trying to say? That are not at 1K subscribers and would like to be, just because it's kind of a milestone to get there. I remember when I hit 100 subscribers, which was just like this past January, and I was amazed. I mean, to hit 100 subscribers, some of them I knew who they were, some of them I didn't, and it was just great. Backwoods Barbarian says, thank you. That would be awesome, Huntsman. I'm taking my kids out for Halloween tonight, though. What time are you going on? I'm not sure exactly what time he's going on, but I'm sure it'd be. Oh, there he is. He said 8 p.m. Eastern, but it's an all-night stream. There you go. Tom Ritter says he's doing good. Thank you very much, Tom, for stopping by. Bottle of Maker's Mark, and away we go. There you go. But Tom Ritter, I watched a video of his where he was tagging a few channels on some type of survival challenge where you only take a book of matches, and that's the only thing you have to start a fire other than friction fire. So many yards of fishing line, and I think so many hooks. And he tagged a few people in that video. I know a couple of them was Half Pace Outdoors, Zach, my buddy Zach there. Half Pace Outdoors and Homestead, I guess it is now. And then Skeledon Bushcraft and Survival, which is another great channel that I like to watch. And now Skeledon, he's approached me, and I'm sure he won't care for me saying it. He tagged me, but I'm sure he'll announce it when he does actually do the video. But that's another thing I'm going to try to do. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to do it, but I'm going to try to do this. It's going to be a 48-hour challenge and just a minimal kit, very minimal kit. And so you got to kind of use your woodsman skills and things like that. And so we'll see how that goes. JV Outdoors saying my folding saw video is getting pretty good views. Yeah, I didn't know if it would or not, and I'm sure I appreciate that. I'm really glad that that's happened. I mean, decent views for being out a day or 2 or 3. I mean, not nothing crazy. I mean, not over 1,000 or anything, but decent, I think. And it's a Baco Laplander. It's probably not the best saw out there, but it's one of the better ones for the price. And I mean, I'm not big on expensive gear. And just like Huntsman said in his video a while back about a backpack, I mean, all you got to have is something to carry your shit in. I mean, and that's it. I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy. It don't have to have molly webbing all over it, but, sometimes it's not bad to have molly webbing, I don't think. But anyway, it's doing pretty good. And yeah, I'm not a gear whore, I guess you'd say. Don't have a whole lot of crazy amount of gear. I got a couple gear reviews on there that I've done. One was the old Hickory Butcher knife as a bushcraft knife, and I'm sure that everybody enjoyed that video as well. Yeah, 5 hooks, a book of matches, fishing line. Yeah. And Backwoods Barbarian said, at the Huntsman, I'm Atlantic time. I'll drop in once I get home and get my little humans in bed, which might take a bit longer with the sugar rush they will have. Yeah. Yeah, the Baco. I know the Silky saw is a pretty decent saw, but I mean, if anybody watched that video, I mean, I got about a 2 inch uh, piece of dead wood. I mean, it was dead, but I mean, it went through it pretty quick. Oh yeah, I forgot JV was actually tagged in that video too, and probably a pot would be a good thing to have. I mean, if you need water or something, I mean, you need to boil that. I mean, a person might be able to fashion something, but it'd be hard. But Tom tagged Zach and JV and Skeledon, and then another channel up in Canada, I believe. Yeah, I have to see about trying to get that knife. But I got an old hickory butcher knife, and all my gear, of course, isn't sent to me by nobody. I mean, I don't have any affiliate links. I'm not a brand ambassador. I'm nothing like that. I mean, and I'm not saying I wouldn't be or would be, but at the moment I'm not. I mean, most of all my gear comes from Walmart or Amazon, and you know, I look and see, do the price points and think if I can afford that, I'll get it. I actually have a Mora heavy duty companion that I'm going to try to do a review on as well. I got it cheap. I mean, the Mora knife, I mean, especially the companion heavy duty is a good knife, or in my opinion, and it wasn't expensive at all either. There you go. And that's why Tom Ritter, that's why I enjoy listening to his channels, watching his channels, because he's got a wealth of knowledge. But we've been going over a little over 30 minutes now. Still got quite a few people in here. Glad to, once again, let everybody know I'm just so thankful that people do show up. I mean, I remember when I did my first live stream, which wasn't that long ago. It only had 2 or 3 people in it, and I kind of got discouraged and cut it out after about 30 minutes or so. Look here. Husband said he's going to light a fire with a cupcake tonight. And most everybody in here, I believe, visits the Huntsman's live streams. But if you don't know what you're missing. I mean, he's pretty entertaining. He does a lot of things. He'll shout out your channel. I mean, especially if you're under 1,000 subs, I really appreciate what he's done. Not sure exactly how we met. I know maybe I came across his channel one time and I commented on a video or something like that. Really enjoyed the live bushcraft build series on his little cottage there in the woods, and I kind of watched that all the way through, and then I commented on a video or two, and then I don't know, I just started getting in his live streams. Tom Ritter said there's nothing wrong with Walmart gear. The other guys like Corporal Corner, they use it 300 days a year, so I understand they use expensive gear. Right, yeah, I mean, Dave Canterbury, Corporal's Corner, Black Hat Bushcraft, Dan Wolwack of Cold Cracker, they have some expensive gear, and I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, one Corporal's Corner, his pack that he brings with him is pretty nice. I do like it, and Frontier Survival. I best get out and cut some wood before the wife gets home and realizes I got nothing done. Take care, man. Nice to meet the rest of you too. Backwoods Barbarian. Yeah, please, if you can, stop by tonight at the Huntsman channel. see what's going on there. Thanks very much, Backwoods. But yeah, going back to gear, Walmart gear is great. It really is. I mean, it, have you been watching the challenge he's got going on there, JV? I watched the first episode myself, and I really enjoyed it. Something about these live streams make me smoke a lot. I don't smoke often. Like I said earlier, I mostly dip, and it's not that great for you either, but oh well. But I know my buddy Zach and his wife Sarah, it's their anniversary today, so he's probably not online. He wasn't supposed to be, and he probably won't be. I mean, of course, I wouldn't be either if it was my anniversary, but wish them a happy anniversary. And if he looks back on this live stream, just want to let him know, happy anniversary, Zach and Sarah. You got a good thing going with your channel now with the Homestead live stream. And just want to let you know that we appreciate everything you do for the channel here as well, with your comments and support the channel. Half-Paced Outdoors Homestead. Great channel. But yeah, I think we were talking there earlier. I might have lost track, but Greg O'Day, Geo Bushcraft, he's planning on coming down to here in Eastern Kentucky. Sometime here in the near future, maybe in the next month or two, he's supposed to be getting laid off from his job for the winter, and we're going to try to do a little collab. And I thought maybe, when he does, we can do that challenge together or something, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just do that Tom Ritter tag challenge by myself. But he's going to come down, and then there's another channel. I can't exactly remember the name now, but it's a black powder channel. He shoots black powder guns, and we're going to do maybe a collab with him. Shoot some guns, different things. And I got a great place here where I live to do that. I got my own bushcraft camp set up. I got some things I need to do there, so I got some videos I can do as far as doing some maintenance there at the camp, and going to add a wall to the back of it. Right now it's just a lean-to going straight to the ground at the back, but I want to add a little half wall to make it a little taller in the back. Different things like that. Some people might have seen some of my videos where I've showed the camp off and this, that, and the other. And that's what's great about it. I don't have to really drive nowhere to get to the woods to do my videos. I just take a short hike, and there I am. And if I want to take a longer hike, I can go show you things that, I got some natural survival shelters around here, some rock overhangs and different things like that that I want to show people, do some videos on that. Tom there said, Barbarian, have a good one. Just did a review on a fanny pack from Outdoor Gear. Yeah, I seen that one, Tom. I watched that one too. Yeah, I got your bell notifications on for you, Tom, as I do most everybody I subscribe to. That's the thing you need to do is if you subscribe to a channel, tap all on bell notifications so you can get notified. Now, not all the times do you get notified, but at least that if you don't do that, you won't. Backwoods Barbarian said JV Outdoors mid next week will be when his next upload will be. Not sure yet. He has to drive to Sisters to upload. Me too, Heath. That's why laid back on the live stream and spoke too much. Backwoods said later, Tom Ritter. Wolves Den is back for a bit. Yeah, all day, Greg. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're going to try to do some type of collaboration. I met Greg through Facebook. He messaged me one day, and I guess he, where he see me post on different groups and whatnot, whether it be with some type of bushcraft group or survival group. And I guess he saw that I had a YouTube channel, and then, of course, he had one, and just kind of talked on Facebook there, and then, just became part of this big community. Wolves Den is back for a bit. If you want to try to hop on again, you can, Wolves Den. Or if anybody else wants to hop on. Oh, cleaning out the garage. That's right, Tom. Tom said these lives are like a floating community. Exactly right. But did link up there one more time if anybody would like to jump on. JV, I'm actually in the house, of course, as you see, so I probably won't freeze up. For some reason, I had an echo with the Wolves Den earlier. Let's see if it happens again. I don't know why it was echoing.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. I don't know. I'm getting echo on my side, but I'm not sure why. Can you hear echo? Can you hear my voice?
No echo on me.
Can anybody else hear an echo of my voice? I mean, if nobody else can hear it, then it's no big deal. I can deal with it. So how you doing there, Wolf Den?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, just cleaning up the garage right now. Getting ready to go live later on.
Right. I didn't know what happened. You said you had some work to do. That must have been some kind of impromptu deal there.
Yeah, my brother just got back. He had some wood in the truck.
Oh, okay. Mud Tramp.
Yep.
Mud Tramp is in the house. Hello there, lady. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Hey, Rebecca, what's going on?
So is that your name, Rebecca? I'll start calling you that from now on.
Oops.
Oh, no big deal. So, you are a young fella, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm young. Just 23. Heck.
Have you been in the bushcraft and stuff like that for a long time, or?
I've been in it since I was a youngster.
Well, that's
Grew up
pretty
doing
good. That's how I grew. That's how I roll. Of course, I'm 46, but
Yeah.
I was in the Boy Scouts, and before that, I mean, I just stayed in the woods. I grew up in a holler in Kentucky, and I still live in a holler in Kentucky. So the woods
Man, you're lucky.
are surrounded. But I was in the Boy Scouts, in the U.S. Army for a little while, and then later on in the Army National Guard in Kentucky, and kind of got out of it for a little while. I mean, wasn't able to get in the woods as much as I liked to because I worked out on the river as a deckhand. and I traveled up and down the river on towboats, working on barges.
Yeah.
I don't guess anybody in the chat can hear that echo. I'm just trying to make sure because I hear it, but it's no big deal to me, and I'm not sure why it's echoing. I mean, usually if you have, well, I'm using StreamYard, and if you have YouTube opened up somewhere like on a phone or something like that, you'll have an echo because there's a delay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I went and turned YouTube off.
No, I mean, I don't think it's on your end because I'm not sure exactly. I've never had this problem before when I've had a person on panel. It wasn't echoing when it was just me.
Yeah. Hey, Joey, let me get the other boards you got nailed down.
Those are what I need to do.
All right, well, give me the gun and I can get it.
But I do appreciate you jumping up here. Trying to introduce yourself a little bit. That way some people will know what you look like anyway.
Hey, yeah, no problem, man.
Do you have
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to ask you, do you have any big plans for your live stream?
Man, really tonight be a chill camp stove for you guys. I know there's a lot of videos on there on YouTube showing them, but just my little rendition.
Okay, that sounds good. Kind of like a introduction too, I guess. Trying to introduce your channel to the community and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
Are you hearing that echo?
Everyone that watches my channel, you're actually going to go and be able to watch me progress further and even get all my gear back because I wound up losing all that. Ooh, still hear me?
You kind of broke up there a little
Still got
bit,
me
buddy.
up there? Uh-oh.
You were saying something about your gear.
But what I was saying was, everyone who watches, you're actually going to see me get all my gear back. So, I mean, any suggestions, gear on y'all use, I'm always glad to hear that. And I'll try anything out, honestly, because what I mostly use is just a backpack from Walmart and whatever else I can get my hands on.
Well, that's great.
Yep. Anyhow.
Tom Ritter said if you're using your phone mic, that will do the echo. But I'm only hearing my voice echo. But I don't know what other type of mic
I'm
you're
using my phone mic, but
unless you used earbuds, but it's no big deal.
yeah.
Sounds like he's building something there.
Yeah. All right, Joe. All right, brother. Yeah. I'm building a dog fence.
Oh,
Let me see if I can turn this around for you. Oh, wrong thing. Let's see here. There we go. Nope, nothing.
that's no big deal. It's all right.
Can't see. All right.
But I mean, if you got some work to do, man, you can go ahead and do that. It's no big deal. Whatever you want to do.
It's all right, man. Here we
Yeah,
go.
you're going in and out.
Lost a second. There we go. Yeah, just building a little dog fence.
Guess who popped up?
Hello, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
I
Tom.
popped up in the chat.
Okay.
What's going on, guys?
Well, I'm doing all right. Doing pretty
Not a
good.
lot.
Just
See if I can get back up there.
We're going to have this
Not
delay
plugged in.
going on.
To the. Did you plug it into the cord? Okay. All right. Cord must come unplugged.
we lost him.
He poofed.
Can you still hear the echo?
No,
It's
not now.
It's not there now. It was him.
You know what? It's
Okay.
Halloween.
Huh?
He disappeared. He disappeared on Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's my buddy Avery Arnold, Bushcraft Twins.
Yeah, I seen that channel.
Yeah,
I didn't.
he's out of Georgia, I think. He's another one I've got acquainted with on my journey.
Oh, I'm a ghost. Oh, you can't see me.
Yeah, I don't. At the beginning of the live stream, I just didn't have my video up there. You know, the feed of the video, and I just had it muted, and then I was playing Thriller from Michael Jackson.
Well, thank God I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't care much for that, but it was just kind of a creepy, scary song, just something to add to the Halloween theme of the stream.
You got to go on YouTube and look up Omar the Vampire by the Hamburger Brothers.
Okay,
Great tune.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, there's I know I'm going to get a deep sigh from across the room here, but that baby raper, I would not listen to that little.
Oh,
If there's one thing that sets me off.
we don't have to get into that. I understand what you're saying.
Anyway, so JV asked me to jump up here. What are we going to talk about?
Oh, I don't care. I mean, whatever we can think of, I guess.
I can't see the chats to answer comments, guys. So
Yeah, that's all right. Can you see when it's popped up on the screen there? When somebody says, when I put it up there, can you see that? I'm not sure if you can or not.
okay, now I can see the chats, but I can't see me. So if I'm out of the frame, let me know.
No, I can see it pretty good.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just, like I was telling you earlier, Skeledon, he approached me about that tag, about tagging me in his video, which I sure appreciate that. And which he didn't give me a time frame, and I don't know when he'll do his. So, I probably wouldn't do a video on that until he tagged me or something or mentioned it,
Right.
publicly. But that's something I wouldn't mind doing. I just don't. I said, was there a time frame of doing that after being tagged? And he said, it was totally up to me. So, with work and everything, it'd be hard for me to just be out in the woods for 48 hours. But I mean, I wouldn't. I guess you just film it, and maybe like a series of some sort.
Yeah. Well, what I do with mine is I record them and leave them in the archives till somebody tags me or whatever. Like, you want to do the challenge?
Right.
If you have the time, go do it and just don't upload it till he tags you.
Well, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense too. Right. But I mean, go ahead.
Usually when I do videos, I do 4 or 5 at a time, like a one day, because you never know when I'm going to have the time next.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I do that. That's what I'm going to try to start doing. been kind of sparse on my videos. I mean, I got close to 500 subscribers and 25 videos counting live streams, and that's not a whole lot.
That's great. I had 75 or 100 videos up before I hit 500 subs.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I think if I was able to put out more videos and more content, I would have a lot more views and different things. I mean, I'm not worried about the watch hours or even being monetized really, but yeah, I kind of just enjoy doing it. I like interacting on these live streams because I do like to talk if I can find good topics to talk about. And I got kind of a background in broadcasting anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
And it just kind of, I kind of went to school for it for a little while, but didn't finish college. That's another story for another time. But this just kind of gives me a platform to do some things like that, and just that the niche of being an outdoorsman or woodsman or just. I wouldn't call myself a survivalist or a prepper, but, I do like to be prepared. I mean, I don't have thousands of preps on hand or anything, but,
the odd thing is through the bushcraft community, we're bushcrafters, woodsmen, woodscrafters, survivalists. Some people say that they're not intertwined. And, I grew up in the 80s, 70s era where you were a woodsman at one time, and then when Rambo hit, all of a sudden everybody was survivalist.
Well, I can understand it.
Through the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, everybody was a survivalist or a woodsman, either or, but they were intertwined. And then all of a sudden, certain channels hit and certain things hit the airways, and all of a sudden now we're bushcrafters. Right. And for years I was going on YouTube long before the bushcraft craze really kicked off. And I'm looking at these people, it's like, what the hell is a bushcrafter? And then I watched a video one day. So, well, shit, that's the survival courses I took in the service. That's these people are survivalists. What is this bushcraft thing? And it took me about a year to figure it out, where it came from or whatever. And it's like, oh God, it's just another moniker to resell the same thing they've been selling through the 80s. And when I got a couple of, maybe last month, I did a review on an E.G. Waterman knife. And when I was reading the history on the knife, it said that it's a camp survival knife. And that was an advertisement from 1938. And it put a kibosh on my head because that was 1938. They were speaking of survival. Not 1980, not 1990, not 2017. So are we really woodsmen or are we survivalists?
Well, in my opinion, I guess being a survivalist, you don't have to, you can survive in urban areas as well. So,
as far as personally I'm concerned, if you're out bushcrafting, woodscrafting, whatever, you're surviving. You're training to survive in the woods.
Right.
If you're a survivalist and you're out doing survival training, you're doing what people do when they bushcraft.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
So we're survivalists. That's all there is to it.
Right.
And as far as prepping is concerned, if you think about it, people from the 1500s were preppers. You go out your garden, you pick your vegetables, and you can them. You're prepping for the next season.
Yeah, I say my grandmother, which here in Kentucky and probably a lot of other places, I called her Mamaw. And my Mamaw was a prepper before prepping wasn't cool.
Right.
Everybody,
my mom used to. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Tom.
My mom would can every year. She'd can enough vegetables and fruits and stuff to last almost till the next canning season.
Right.
Well, isn't that prepping? Her mother, in the Depression and before the Depression, used to grow a garden and can all of that, and she canned meat. Well, that's prepping. My other grandmother on my dad's side used to can deer. She used to can, the birds, the rabbits, and everything, plus vegetables and whatnot. Plus, they got the coal and the wood in and everything. So, people were preppers long before, like you said, prepping was cool.
That's right. Got a buddy, Greg O'Day. He's coming on the stream.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing, Tom?
Good, man.
How you been?
Yeah, hanging in there.
That's good.
How
good.
cold? How cold was it down your way this morning?
Oh my! Enough to have frost on the pumpkin.
We hit 24 here, I believe it was.
Yeah,
I didn't even look.
Just so everybody here probably knows, but me and Greg are from the same state. So I live in the northeast corner. He lives in a southwestern corner. So
whereabouts you at, Tom?
I live in northeast corner of Pennsylvania.
Northeast PA.
Yep.
Okay,
Up
so
by
you're over there toward Reading.
No, actually, I'm up towards Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area.
Okay, Wilkes-Barre. Okay. Yeah, I'm south of Erie. I'm a neighbor with Boxy.
I haven't checked him out yet.
Oh, you need to get in, but you know Boxy Outdoors.
No, I haven't. I've heard a lot about him, but I just haven't had time to get over there.
Yeah, check him out. Check him out. He helps channels out grow, and he's a good guy.
Cool.
He's helped Heath out. He's helped me out. And
yeah, this new movement on YouTube with the live videos and helping channels out and everything. I think it started up there with Pusa Studios. I think was the name of it, or it was either Pusa or Pusa, something like that. Guy's in Canada. A guy and his wife in Canada. It's really helped a lot of the small channels. And I'm still a small channel too, and it's really helped a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, JV, since you I jumped in here, you can go on out and put your clown costume on and go shovel snow.
Well, I was always wondering. Now I'm sure he's it.
Yeah, I just got done unloading at this job site and take a little break. I figured I'd pop in here. I'm done for today. I just got about an hour drive back to the yard and call it quits.
Oh, there you go.
What was you unload today, Greg?
I unloaded 6 wall block, which are have a pattern on one side, for decorative like retaining wall. They're 6 feet by 2 by 2. 6 of those, a couple 3-footers, and some wall cap.
By hand, or you have that little crane on the truck?
Yeah, it's boom truck. Yep, crane truck.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little bit of a view, right? You can see them laying there. That's what I just unloaded. But
when I was a kid,
I can't get out there.
When I was a kid,
That's
I used to work for a concrete company. Used to make curbs, like the little portable curbstones.
Yeah, we make those. Yep.
And they were cheap ass. Never mind. Anyway, they'd send me and another guy out with like 40 of these things on a truck, and you had to deliver them in different places, unload them by hand. If people look at them and go, "Well, they're only small little things," but man, you pick some of them things up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was by hand. At the end of the day, you knew you worked.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of buffering on my end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it might be my connection. I'm out here in the woods.
Yeah.
Did you ever get your deer?
No. Took
I
a shot
gotta
at one
ask
last.
you.
I
Sorry.
took a shot at one last day, but it was a far poke. I've had my muzzleloader sighted in at just over 50 yards, maybe 50, 55 yards, and it was. She was a poke. She was out there probably close to 100, 110. And I think I glanced a branch. I aimed a little high, for the drop in, but
Right.
I think I glanced a branch because when I went to check to see if I seen any blood trail or fur, I found a couple branches that were like half snapped and hanging there.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, we got a second season coming up, but I got to get a flintlock to do that because it's strictly flintlock.
I've got to ask because I've been in Pennsylvania all my life, and I've never heard of a cap lock muzzleloader season. Is that special season that's like mid-October here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second season. Yeah, second season they have a special season for traditional flintlock rifle only.
Right after
You don't got to wear.
right after Christmas.
Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to wear orange. You can. There's guys that go out. There's a guy from Pennsylvania, Leatherwood Outdoors. Check him out. He does.
Oh yeah.
He does every year. He does a traditional flintlock video in 1800s garb.
Yeah.
They go out and gets his deer and does a video. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I watched
Heath
him
is
a lot.
wanting
He
to
does a
get
lot
into.
of-
Yeah, it kind of got a little buffering, but Heath wants to get into doing some reenacting. No,
Oh yeah, I'd like to. I mean, that's kind of why I call the channel Frontier Survival because I've been kind of like back when during the Daniel Boone days at least. I'd like to get me I got a coonskin cap actually, but I never wore it on
Cool.
channel, on the video. But I like to get like a buckskin suit or some sort, or or even
Well, it depends on what period you want to depict.
right.
I've done it for a while, and there's some cheap stuff you can pick up that matches the era, and you really wouldn't even think about it. But you got to do a lot of searching. So if you're really into it, look me up on Messenger, and we'll have a chat. And I'll give you an idea where you can grab some for the period anyway. Because like the buckskins and that, people think there was, a lot of it worn. It was mostly worn by mountain men and stuff because the 1700 reenactors, they used mostly wool
Mm-hmm.
and cotton. So it depends on what era you want to pick.
Yeah.
I would say anything.
Yeah, I'm
1800s, 1800s anyway.
I'll be going live this afternoon. So, and be talking about the upcoming adventures of my channel. Today with the company was my last day, and I'm getting laid off next week. So until spring. So I'll be gearing up to start doing a lot of footage, a lot of videos, and I'm planning on doing a road trip.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I actually, since I was off today, I actually finally got in rotation at my job to have Saturdays off, or at least every other Saturday off. So I'm going to be able to, at least get a lot more content out.
Cool.
Yeah,
You ought to talk with your buddy about getting you a flintlock. Maybe he'll find me one for a good price.
Well, I will, but actually, I'd seen him in the store I work at the lumber yard, and he told me, as far as like shooting, he's got plenty we could shoot, to where I could maybe just practice shooting one a little bit before we ever do that collab or whatever.
Yeah, and if you hear of any, I could go buy a kit. I could buy a period correct Pennsylvania long gun. and put it together. And that, I'm thinking about doing that. That'd be kind of cool and a kind of a challenge. But you could, a kit up for $700-800 to $1,000. But I would rather pick something that's ready to rock and roll. If I can get it for anywhere from $500 to $800.
I was just going to say, you can usually pick up them. You can usually pick up a Pennsylvania or a Kentucky, same rifle. Usually used.
I kind of lost you there, Tom. Your audio is really getting bad on me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I said you can usually pick up like a Pennsylvania or a Kentucky, same rifle, long rifle for around $500 to $700.
Yeah, I got that Jakar. You guys probably seen in the videos and in my lives.
That 45 that you have? That 45 caliber that you have?
We lost him, Tom.
Oh, thank you. I could have been sitting here talking to my phone forever.
There he is.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be back. Like I said, I'm kind of out here in the woods, out here in the middle of nowhere.
So that Jakar you're talking about, is that 45 caliber?
Yeah, it's considered a Kentucky long gun, 45 cal. So I'm going to be playing with that here real soon. I'll be going to be doing some shooting talking about cap lock, and I got a buddy of mine got a flintlock, and he's going to bring it over and make some footage with it, but
that's one thing that stopped me from doing the whole reenactment thing completely is I'm left-handed. I'm trying to find a left-handed muzzle loader.
They're out there. They're out there.
They're out there, but my paycheck isn't. The last one I looked at was $1,300.
Yeah, I might be able to come up with.
You can't find them used either.
But I might be losing you guys. You guys are kind of breaking up again. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna jump out of here. I'm gonna head to the house, call it a day. But I appreciate you having me on, Heath and Tom. Glad to see you.
Same here, Greg.
But you guys are breaking up on me, so I'm gonna hammer down and get to the house and call it a week. All
right, man. We'll probably see you tonight over at Steve's.
Yeah, I'm having I'm going live around 3:00 this afternoon too. So.
Oh.
Well, hope to see you all guys in there.
I probably won't be able to make it, Greg. I got a wedding to go to, but I will watch the replay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll try to jump in. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but.
Yep. Okay, you all in the chat, have a great day. Heath, Tom, we'll catch you on the flip.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, JV. You know what? I can't find my own link to my own channel. That's funny, but I can't.
Yeah, I noticed on some of your videos you used to be K-Bar user. Is that right?
Yeah, it used to be. Google was giving me a hard time for years about chats and doing different things and monetizing and all happy stuff. They sent me a letter one time that I had $12,000 coming in revenue that I never got. Fill out this form, start an AdSense account, blah, blah, blah. So I did that. It never took. Then they sent me a letter one time stating that it was $1,200. Oh, okay. Never took. Never could get the money. Then they sent me another one that it was $120, and then they sent me another one that it was $1.20. I literally looked up their number and called them on the phone and told them what side of the dark side of the moon they could shove it. And I never monetized since. But the problem was K-Bar company was bitching at Google because they wanted my channel taken down for copyright infringement. And Google was arguing with them that it's not a copyright infringement because they use K-Bar user, not K-Bar. So actually, Google and K-Bar was arguing for about 5 years over my channel, and that's why they were giving me such a hassle. So when the gentleman explained this to me, because I go into a chat and I get thrown immediately back out because Google wasn't sure what to do with me. So, all right, I understand. So I just changed the channel to Tom Ritter and had it over with.
Right.
Now, like I told the guy from Google, you know, if you would have told me this 5 years ago, you know, give me a notification or whatever, I would have changed it to, you know, Scratch My Ass Outdoors or whatever. But, you know, 5 years, nobody told me a stupid thing. And I'm wondering, you know, like, what in God's name's going on? And it really put a damper on my channel because when people would go to look for it, sometimes it'd come up, sometimes it wouldn't, depending on what mood Google was in, because of K-Bar Knife Company. And which the funny thing was, at that point in time, I had about 10 K-Bar knives. I absolutely love K-Bar Company. And not now. You're going to mess with a person that bad over a stupid YouTube channel. That's ridiculous.
No, I agree. Yeah. But, yeah, I would like to get into some of that reenactment stuff. I mean, I've never really tried it before, but it was always something that intrigued me even before starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Ahab, I've always grown up in the Daniel Boone era, so to speak. And, you know, Canterbury had that 21st Century Long Hunter series out. And basically I got one, huh? Basically, that's what we used to do as we were kids, you know. I have a single barrel 12 gauge that was my grandfather's, my father's, one of my brothers had it for a while. And it was made back in 1911. Got a big, long 32-inch barrel on it. And no matter what you shoot, it has to be at least 40 yards away from you because it will blow it to pieces otherwise. And it was generally, you know, my single barrel and, well, actually a Vietnam-style butt pack. That was my haversack. And, you know, when I got in my teens, I had a Colonial fish knife. That was my hunting knife. And then I got a K-Bar off of a guy. And that was, you know, that was basically 21st century style. Whatever you had to wear and a blanket roll and haversack and a long gun, you know. And he came out with that. And I'm watching the series and it's like, been doing this all my life. This ain't nothing new.
Right.
But, you know, to a whole generation of people, it was.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the good part of it. I mean, a lot of people complain about Dave and his channel and the people that's associated with him, but they don't realize that Rambo, well, let's start from the 70s. Back in the 70s, Larry Dean Olson, Morris Kahansky, Steve Watson, them guys opened the door for a whole bunch of hippies to start a new movement. And they were out in the woods and they were woodsmen and they were camping and everything else. And it died off by the end of the 70s. And then Rambo came out in the 80s. That started a whole new movement of survivalists and everybody took to the woods again. And that died out by the 90s. So there was a long period there where, you know, being a woodsman and outdoorsman and stuff wasn't chic, popular, whatever you want to call it. Then Canterbury and them guys came along and dual survival and all that. And that opened the door wide open again to the last, 10, 12, 15 years that people's now been bushcrafting and survivaling. And I forgot I'm on camera. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're right.
That people's been out there, you know, doing the things we do. And we would have done it anyway, but nobody would have known unless they opened that door.
That's what I was going to say is a lot of these reality shows that have been coming out here in the last little while, like Dual Survival, and you know, there's all kinds of shows in Alaska, and
Oh yeah.
even Alone, which
Yep.
I mean, I know a lot of that stuff's not pretty much staged or whatever. I mean, but
Oh, I have to stop myself here. It was Les Stroud that actually opened the door. Dave was the second guy in the boat, and Cody Lundeen. But Les was the guy that actually opened the door.
right, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess as far as what he documented there, you know, with him at Survivor Man, and stuff like that, and it was more or less just him going along with his own camera. I mean, documenting that stuff. So, I mean, I believe that, you know, was pretty much real. But I mean, I think a lot of stuff on Alone maybe was, you know, maybe they wasn't out there that whole time. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, you know, the thing is with Alone, to make a weekly documentary like that,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it, that belongs to Breyer's Glasses. What you really have to do is you and me and 13 other guys on here make our daily videos. Then they've got to pick them up sometime through the course of the week to put the show together for whatever night it was on.
Right.
So once a week, you're having contact with people. You're not out there alone.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of friends of mine that's been on Alone, and through conversations, they're not really alone, number one. And number two, certain Pennsylvania bushcraft channels did a lot while they were out there. But it wasn't dramatic enough for the show, so they worked their ass off for nothing because they never got on the air.
Hmm.
That to me is a bunch of bullshit.
Right. Well, I agree with that.
You know, if some guy's out there and get rid of the drama. We're not out there for the drama. Well, some guys are. Let's just put it that way. We're not out there for the drama. We're out there to show skills. We're out there to show us having a good time. We're out there to document for family, whatever our reasons. But it's not a drama club.
Right.
And when Alone first started, I believe it was called Left Field Productions. They contacted me on the phone. A girl by the name of Amanda was an email, then a phone call. They wanted me to do it. I told her I'm not in physical shape to do this. She asked me about being a technical advisor. I said, yeah, sure. She said, well, what would you carry? I'm like, huh. And I told her, I said, if you're going to drop people off in Alaska, send them with a single barrel shotgun and maybe 6 rounds, because they're going to need some kind of protection. Alaska is not the place to be fooled around with. All of a sudden now I didn't get a call back. I called her on the phone. She said, we decided to go with a company that would advise us what to do with these people. And then they wound up on Alone where they could take 10 items, and a bow and arrow and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, a bow is nice. The Aborigine Indian people, everybody's used them for thousands of years. But on the other hand, we're not skilled with bows anymore. And if we're getting charged by a bear, I'm sure 2,000 pound grizzly bear or a moose charging you, the Indians didn't sit there and shoot at them with bows. They hauled ass up a tree and hope for the best. So as far as I was stopped watching Alone after the 3rd season because I realized it was just another Bear Grylls dramatic bullshit show. And I just stopped watching it.
Right. Well, I mean, I watched a lot of it. I mean, and that was really before I even started a YouTube channel, to do anything in that type of niche or whatever. But I mean, I was really big on Dual Survival until after. I didn't really watch it much until after Dave and Cody were not there. I just kind of got used to them.
Well, the messed up part about all these shows, Let's start with dual survival. We had two guys on there, Cody Lunding, Dave Canterbury. We know this. Cody lived his moniker. That's all I can say about that. Canterbury, some years later, put out an apology, and I don't know if anybody watched it or if everybody watched it, but he did what he had to do to make it for his family and his career. Understandable, and the guy did have at least the Calleones to go on YouTube publicly across the world and apologize for being an idiot.
Right.
That took balls. I appreciate that and I respect that. If young ladies are in here, I do apologize if I get a little fresh. Then you had Bear Grylls. Oh, yeah, well, look at him. He's sleeping in a tree till the cameras are off him. Then he spent the night in a motel.
Yeah.
Then you had Mike Hawk and his wife, Man, Woman, Wild. Knowing Mike is an old bullshit guy. If he says he's doing something, he's doing something. And he actually took Ruth out there and he taught her how to survive. That was the whole premise of the show, not just the survival show. He was teaching his wife how to do this. Mike pulled the show because of the way the production crews were doing things. He didn't like it. He didn't like the editing cuts that they were trying to do, and he pulled the show. And there was a couple other ones, I can't think of them off my head, but they all come down to the same premise. They were all a bunch of alone. It was all a bunch of bullshit. It was all a bunch of drama. And the few that wasn't like Survival Man and Man, Woman, Wild got pulled because they got tired of arguing with editors who said, hey, you know what? We don't want to show you making a fire with a bow drill. We want to show you making a fire with magnesium and just big flares and the drama stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that something that's near and dear to all of us is, even my girlfriend said to me one day, I know you're in a walker and you have to go hunting because that's your way of life. Even she realized that. She's not a woods woman.
Right.
But in our generation here, yeah, they opened the door and everything, but we got drama shoved down our throats again. And I really do wish there was more channels out there. I wish somebody would put Steve into production, the huntsman.
Yeah.
To just slid down the hill and yelled, fuck, that hurt. Be real about it.
Oh, yeah.
We're not stupid. We're not kids. We're adults. We've been around this all of our lives. You fall down a hill, what's the first four letters you say? Everybody knows what that is. Or sometimes it's 8 letters, depending on how many trees you hit.
There you go.
But that's the reality of it. This whole bushcrafting thing, it's not bushcrafting, it's survivaling. Or survivalists, or surviving, or whatever you want to call it. That's what we do. We survive out there. Maybe not on a solo overnighter. That's camping. But these guys that actually do go out 5, 10, 20 days, that's surviving. So we're survivalists. And
I agree.
And we're also preppers, because prepper has been, when Ooga Booga and Ugg came out of 2 caves and he smashed the Ooga Booga in the head to steal his meat, he was prepping.
Yep, exactly right.
So since the caveman days, we've been prepping. The only thing that killed it was doomsday preppers and them kind of whack jobs.
Yeah.
That are prepped to go to war with the entire world with 10,000 rounds of ammunition and 2 guns. Okay. I watched one on Doomsday Preppers, and he's a guy from Pennsylvania, not too far from me. He plans on floating down a Susquehanna River on a boat with all of his preps. That's his game plan. Susquehanna River is a wide river. It's about, I'd say, 3/4 of a mile, maybe a half mile wide at its widest point. Anybody with a good rifle is going to take him out and steal his shit within an hour of him being on that river. Either that or he's going to have to pull over to the shoreline and go back on land anyway, and somebody's going to shoot him and take his shit. That's the game plan. That's the stupidity of the whole thing. They've got people thinking that, you know, if you're going to be a survivalist, that means running around the woods with military guns with camo and military equipment and, you know, hide and seek. You know, they're going to get your ass shot, and then they're going to take your stuff, and then you just spent $20,000 out of a budget that, you know, your family obviously didn't have to last a couple of days, maybe a month. That's the reality of it. We had a guy here 4 years ago, Jeffrey Fane. You can look him up on Google. He shot a cop here in Milford, New Milford. Ran around the woods between Carbondale and the Stroudsburg area, which is a good distance. Floated up and down the Delaware on boats. He lasted, I believe it was 35 days before the cops cornered him, emaciated because he ran out of food and, you know, his guns didn't do him any good at that point. You fire a one shot, people know where you are. That was a perfect example to me that, you know, this bug out stuff and running all over the place is not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
He had camps, he had caches, he had collaboratives where he would, you know, go into somebody's house and spend the night and eat, whatever. He only lasted 35 days.
Right.
Think about it. And when they did find him, he had nowhere to defend himself. He was down to an AK with 3 rounds and a pistol. And couldn't defend himself because he was out of places to hide. Now, that's the Pennsylvania State Police, the FBI, you know, not a big crowd of people, let's put it that way. If you were one man out there and everybody was against you because everybody wanted your crap, how long would you last? It's going to be a constant turnover in my mind. Maybe I'm wrong. But in my mind, it's going to be a constant turnover. I'm going to get taken out today. You're going to steal my stuff. You're going to get taken out in a week. They're going to steal the stuff you stole off me, and so on and so forth.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah.
Especially these guys that talk about going into urban areas and stuff. I've been in special forces, and no matter how good you are, you make mistakes. No matter how good you are, there's somebody better.
Mm-hmm.
We were the best trained out there, and we lost people. And if the best loses people,
Right.
the mediocre doesn't stand a chance. And I don't mean to put anybody down if that sounded bad, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, how could they? You know.
Dumb luck is the best I can tell you.
Right.
You know, there's people out there, and I swear to God, I've met a few of them that, you know, stand up in the middle of a 1,000-gun gunfight and never get a scratch on them time after time after time. They're just, I don't know. God just looked at them and said, "You're too dumb to bring to heaven," or whatever. But there are them people.
Mm-hmm.
But sooner or later, everything runs out of its time, you know. For that matter, not even guns. Just think about it. You break a leg out there,
Mm-hmm.
break an arm that, you know, you only have one. You fall down, break your neck or break your back, or there's a million things can go wrong. Trust me, I've seen it all.
Oh yeah.
Stay the hell home. Plan to bug in.
Yeah.
You've got a defensive position that you know it like the back of your hand. Like Zach from Half Pace Outdoors. His live stream the other day, he's sitting in his kitchen window and he's looking out over a quarter mile of field. Stay home. You know your area. You know what you're looking at. something's out of the way, you know what it is. If you're in that kind of a situation, something don't look right, shoot it.
I mean, that's exactly why I got a camp right here in my backyard, so to speak, in my backyard. I mean, it's in the woods, but I know the area, just like you said.
Yeah, you know, it's I was a bug out guy once too. When I was a kid, I lived for a year and a half in the woods, and family problems at home. That's the best way I could put it. I had caches for a 5-mile stretch where I had extra 22 bullets, I had extra shotgun, I had an extra knife, I had extra this, I had extra that. Just small little caches to get me through to my next base camp if I needed them. A year and a half in the woods. If it wasn't for the fact that we had a blizzard in 1978 here, and my dad came and got me because he was worried about me dying out there. And he had a right to worry. It was like 10 degrees and there was snow and the wind blowing and everything. But if it wasn't for that, I was ready to go home anyway. I was already talking, about going into service at the time and getting the hell out of here. But I'll tell you what, guys, a year and a half living in the woods, you are one beat digger. You think one person, what you have to do on a daily basis just to survive that day. I can tell you. You get up in the morning, go down to the creek and get water for the morning. So you got to carry a bucket of water up before anything happens. Smash through the ice in the wintertime. Bring that bucket up, get a fire going. Put the bucket of water on the fire. Okay, well, now I got to get wood to keep the fire going. So you go get wood, unless you have it built up, but you still have to carry it there anyway. Go get wood for the fire. Put the fire on there. Okay, now what do I have for there? You don't have eggs and bacon for breakfast. You might have cold deer meat for the night before, or cold squirrels, or cold possum, or whatever you have, fish. You're going to warm it up in the morning or recook in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to cook. Now it's blistering cold outside. You got to stand outside and do this. You don't have a warm kitchen anymore. Get your breakfast going, and you've got an hour of work before you even eat breakfast. Then after breakfast, you got to make repairs on your camp, clean up your stuff, get more wood, clean fire pits, all the maintenance stuff. Then it's lunchtime. Now you got to get more food for lunchtime. Sit down for an hour, cook your food, eat. So that's an hour out of your day gone. So let's say it's 1 o'clock. In the wintertime here, it gets dark like 4:30. You got from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, cut yourself enough wood to get you through the night.
Mm-hmm.
Or to gather enough wood to get yourself through the night. Oh, wait a minute now. I got to cook dinner and I got to clean up the camp and I got to do all that other happy stuff. Get water up, not only for lunch, but now you got to get water up for the night and heat that up. And, maybe once a week, if it's a nice day and it's above 30 or whatever, you might get a chance to take a bird bath. Wash your stinky spots because you can't take a full bath. Not in the wintertime. Well, you can, but it's a pain in the ass, and you usually get covered with ice. I've been there. But anyway, that's every day you've got to wake up and do all that. So if you bug out, you're not only looking at defending your position, taking care of yourself so you're not getting killed, carrying all that stupid equipment that you really don't need, all the extra ammo that you think you might need. But now you've got morning till night work just to survive one day. You realize the calorie intake you'd have to have the bug out?
Yeah.
You'd have to have at least 6,000, 8,000 calories a day to not lose weight, maintain good health, and continue to bug out wherever you're bugging to.
No doubt.
So this is all things people really, People don't take it into account, and you really have to, because otherwise you're going to starve to death, fall over weak from fatigue, possibly dehydrated. Somebody's going to come along, put a blade in you, and take all your stuff.
There we go.
Everything you just
Y'all
carried
hear
into
me?
the woods and worked your ass off for, gone.
JV's in the house.
Oh,
No,
no.
I just wanted to speak to Midwest question there. Midwest, it's not a bad thing to stock up on ammo because it's never a bad thing to have. Either in a survival situation where you need to get food, or if all hell breaks loose and you need to protect your house. But the problem is with the way people do it is they always wait till they're scared before they start stocking and rush the stores and jack the prices up and run us low on ammo.
Exactly.
I have a very good stock of ammo, but I do it when nobody else is doing it. Then you get the better prices, and there's always plenty of ammo out there.
Yep.
But that's same thing as Mud Tramp said with the toilet paper. For some odd reason, people rushed for toilet paper of all the things. But always a good idea to have like food and everything. I got a lot of freeze-dried food. I stuff like that. It's always a good idea to have a good stock of everything. Like if all heck broke loose, in this house, without going to my bug out spot that I keep building, I could live for a year and a half without having to leave this house. Me and all my family.
Right.
And
But the
that's
thing, can you carry all that to your bug out location?
my bug out location's already, as I said, it's being built, but I already have supplies already out there.
Okay,
Hidden.
so let's just suppose you have to get out of your house. Are you going to be able to cart that stuff to your bug out location, or are you going to leave it behind?
Well, I'll cart as much as my truck will carry me. But as I said, I already have a supply at the bug out place too. It's hidden very well. Plus, my bug out place is a place where I have a river right there. I have heavy woods. And I also know I have a good supply of animals there. And plenty of firewood and stuff. And as I said, I keep building it little by little, so the shelters are not immaculate, because some of those people go out there and build castles out in the woods. That's going to be too easy to find. I build smaller shelters that you can comfortably sleep in and hide from weather, but it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb type deal. But that's the only thing I wanted to jump in there is why people do that, but it is definitely a good idea to stock up on that stuff. Just don't be one of those scared people that rushes the stores. Prepare when nobody else is preparing.
Well, here's what I do, or I used to do, because I'm in an apartment now. I don't have the room. When I went to Sam's Club,
Mhm.
Sam's Club has got a bargain going on freeze-dried, or not freeze-dried, but frozen vegetables like corn or whatever. Okay, buy 15 bags of it. Now, for a very minimal price, you can buy a dehydrator, and you can also buy a vacuum sealer. You go to Sam's Club, not saying corn, but whatever you buy bargain, you can find bargains like this time of year on apples and farmers markets. They're getting rid of the end of their potatoes and the end of their vegetables for the years and whatnot. Buy what you can afford. Take it home, start dehydrating, start vacuum packing. It takes up less room. You don't have to worry about storing it. You don't have to worry about cold storage. Especially this time of year. It was 24 degrees on my back porch last night. If I had buckets full of freeze-dried whatever, or vacuum-sealed whatever, I could just put them out on the porch. It's a refrigerator. By the time they thaw out, it will be 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's already getting cool enough. It won't go bad. You actually have
Um,
about 6 to 8 months a year where you really don't have to worry about cold storage because outside is cold enough.
Yeah, that's it's one of the good things about hunting up here is I can kill a deer on a Friday, gut it, throw it in the back of my truck, and leave it there till Sunday afternoon to clean it if I want because it's cold enough. But yeah, after 5, it's super windy here. I know you're just not too far away.
My brother, a matter of fact, just shot a deer in our. I was talking to Greg about it. We have a season here for a couple of days in mid-October. He's a Vietnam vet, disabled, servicing card, all the happy stuff. So he can hunt free. He shot a doe the Friday of that hunting season, Friday of last week, matter of fact. And he shot his buck Saturday of last week. And they've been hanging in his barn. And I said, you need to get them cut up. He said, no, I don't. He said, it's nowhere near warm enough for that meat to go bad. So when we went to do it, sure enough, there was a firmness to it. It wasn't frozen, but it was firmed up. And it sat 4 days, and it was perfectly fine. Like you were saying, you can shoot a Friday, cut it up on Monday, and you don't have to worry about
it. Well, if I'm hungry enough, Midwest, I'll make you run for the hills if you got food and I don't. All right, but I'm going to jump off here. I just wanted to address that question real quick. I'll still be watching in the background.
Uh-oh.
No problem, JB. Stopping by.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have a good one, JB.
But I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this off for a minute. For now, I got to get ready for a wedding, Tom.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I get on a roll. I'm rolling.
No, I appreciate it, and I want you to stop by and come on my live streams anytime you want to. I really enjoyed talking to you. I really do. I mean, you seem like you got a wealth of knowledge, and I'd like to pick your brain a lot more.
Oh no, you wouldn't want to pick my brain. Trust me.
Yeah, I would. I think I might be just a younger version of you, maybe.
I hope so.
But
yeah, get a hold of me over on Messenger about that reenactment stuff, and I'll help you as much as I can.
Well, sure.
Or unless maybe you want to do a live stream someday on the whole thing, and we can do it from there.
Yeah, I will. We'll talk about it.
Thanks everybody. I sometimes I'm humbled at the support and the nice comments. So thank you all.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, Tom.
All right, I'm going to jump off here so you can jump off here and possibly see all you guys somewhere else tonight.
I'll see you tonight, Tom, on Steve's channel.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye. All right. Yeah, I do think it was a good stream. My buddy Huntsman says so. Yeah, I mean, I think when Tom gets on a stream and starts talking about some different stuff, and I think he's just got a wealth of knowledge, and I appreciate him very much. Very glad I was able to be introduced to Tom, and I hope, as I continue on this journey, that, I'll be able to pick his brain about stuff along with some other great guys out there. Really appreciate everyone stopping by. JB Outdoors, After 5 Outdoors, appreciate you, Cody. Miss Rebecca, Mudtramp 0715, thank you very much. My good buddy, a lady I grew up with, Val Williams, she stopped by. Looks like she engaged in the chat quite often, and I do appreciate her. Avery from Bushcraft Twins, thank you for stopping by. Really think it's been a good stream going on for an hour and 49 minutes now. Still got 11 in the chat. Yeah, Tom is amazing. That's right, Huntsman. But we'll go ahead and cut this off now. Appreciate everyone stopping by. And remember what I always say, you got to have drive to survive.